What's up guys, Manny here, welcome back to the channel. Quick little episode today. I recently watched a few calisthenic videos actually, and that motivated me to pick up this training as well, especially because I think that the body tension and the upper body strength that is required is also beneficial for climbing actually. So I decided to craft my own parallettes to make these exercises possible. And since I already know that people will ask me afterwards, hey man, where did you get these parallettes? How did you make them yourself? Just as it's the case with my hangboard basically, I thought, well, I simply take the process of crafting these on record, on video. So here we've got the ingredients. As you can see, we've got a few piles of wood here, a saw, some rasps, a ruler, a pen, some sandpaper, some glue. And the most difficult part is actually to get the piles for, gripping the parallettes. And it's quite important that you take something that is not too thin and not too thick. So these are too thick here, and here we've got thinner ones. These are exactly so thick that I can almost wrap my whole hand around them, as you can see. And that's the ideal diameter in my experience. So what I did basically, I saw them, I saw the ends off and make them equal in length, so that you can see, as you can see, to get these pieces. And the same thing I did with this piece of wood here, which is going to be my ground piece for these piles. And as you can see, I saw them simply off as well. So what you should end up with is 4 equally long pieces of support and 2 pieces of piles, which are going to be mounted on these support pieces basically. And that's what you can see here. I think my support pieces are probably 10 centimeters long, and my piles are somewhat like 24 or 23 centimeters long, I think. So the next step is actually to make a few marks with your pen, so that you get the surfaces right on which you wanna, which will connect the piles with the ground pieces. And that's pretty simple. You simply take a straight piece of wood and make a line there, and then you want to use one of the ground pieces to see how deep actually your surface has to be. The goal of this whole process is to create an even surface on the round pile, so that it won't wobble around if you mount it on your ground pieces. And therefore you need this kind of rough rasp here. I simply got my knee onto it and filed off quite some wood actually. I think it were a few millimeters, like 5 or 10 millimeters, so they can see. And as you can see, with time you will get an even surface on these round piles, and that's where you will stick your glue on and basically glue them together. Now the challenge is to make both surfaces equally deep and also equal in orientation. And for this purpose you simply want to take an even surface, put 2 of your ground pieces side by side, and basically control every now and then if you're still even in direction and deepness. The next step is to basically use some sandpaper to file off any remaining rough edges, and then you can already start gluing. And as you can see, I'm creating this kind of a paste out of glue and these leftover scraps from my wood, and this actually creates a pretty voluminous paste if you want to say. And that's good, because if there are eventual irregularities which resulted from the rasping basically, or if they are still not 100% even, then the glue will simply flow into the remaining volumes, into the remaining volumes of air, and fill them out, so that you get a stable, super rock solid construction. So as you can see, I've glued them together, put some heavy weight on top of that, and the next morning it already looked like this. So as you can see, this is kind of glued together and super, I tell you, this is super stable. And now you want to repeat basically the same thing on the other side. Again, put some heavy weight onto it and let it dry overnight. And what's gonna happen is you will get 2 super evenly glued, surfaces on the bottom, which is important because you don't want to wobble around on the floor when you do these exercises. So that's basically it, guys. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do. I can recommend it. It's quite awesome to train with these. And as always, I hope you've got something from this quick little episode today. Drop some likes and comments if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.